Recorded Books presents How to Best a Marquess by Janna Macgregor, narrated by Rosalyn Landor. For those who are like Beth and have fought the good fight and persevered. Prologue. London, 1808. Chelsfield's annual autumnal ball. The last notes of the supper waltz hung suspended in the air, much like Miss Beth Howell's heart. In that moment, everything stopped. No one moved. Yet the ballroom vibrated with energy. Her life was about to change forever. She could feel it in every pulse, heartbeat and breath. Julian Raleigh, the Earl of Weyhill and heir to the Marquess of Grayson, would undoubtedly propose tonight. He'd expertly swept her across the dance floor this evening. All the while, his gaze had never left hers. Every one of his smiles had turned the night into something extraordinary. "Will you accompany me outside?" He kept his voice low, so no one could overhear. Of course, though it was quite scandalous for an unmarried lady to leave the ballroom with a gentleman, this was no ordinary man. Nor was this an ordinary night. Finally, he let go of her waist, then extended his arm. Together, they exited the ballroom through the double French doors that led outside to the grand terrace. Beth's breath caught at the sight of the formal garden. Lanterns glowed on the pathways that framed two long rectangular wading pools, blazing with floating candles. "It looks like stars have fallen from the sky," she said in awe. The light reflecting off the water made it appear as if they'd stepped into another world. "Do you like it?" Julian's voice deepened with a hint of uncertainty. She took his hand and squeezed. "It's enchanting." A playful smile tugged at both corners of his mouth. "I did this for you. I asked Lady Chelsfield if I could decorate the pools this evening." Her heartbeat joyfully tripped in her chest. "What do you mean?" "I wanted this evening to be stunning, like you." His smile grew even bigger, promising her that tonight would be memorable in so many ways. "I placed small candles on wooden squares and lit them right before our waltz." With her free hand, she playfully tapped him on the arm. "So, this is where you ran off to. No wonder I couldn't find you for the last hour." She stepped a little closer. "It's beautiful, Julian. I'll never forget tonight for as long as I live." He cleared his throat, then turned toward the pool as he squeezed her hand gently. "I'm a little unsettled. I've never done this before." His thumb gently brushed over her knuckles. "I'm a little nervous too," she confided. "I don't think I've done this before either." "Believe it or not, that makes me feel better." He took a deep breath. "If we do this together, I think I can manage." When he returned his gaze to hers, there was an intensity there that she had never seen before. This was a man who was determined to succeed. She'd always found such a trait attractive, but Julian wore it like a superbly tailored suit. It fit him like a glove, making him even more handsome than ever. He angled his tall body until he faced her. He reached for her other hand and entwined their fingers together. "Beth, I have something to ask you." "Ask away," she said breathlessly. The thundering in her heart pounded so loud he had to hear it. He brought their interlaced hands to the middle of his chest. His heart was pounding as hard as hers. "I've been calling on you for over 3 months now. It's enough time to know what our next step is. I hope you want the same thing as me." His grey eyes smouldered with longing and desire, almost as if lit from within. "I want us to be together, forever." Good heavens, this was it. She'd known their night together would be special. When she'd received a small bundle of violets and a note from him asking for the supper waltz, she'd suspected he'd propose this evening. but being in the moment...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?